Jim Rizoli.
Thank you, Ms. Mayor. Oh, I'm on your thing. Jim Rizoli here, resident of Framingham. I have no problem with the cable company. My cable's fine, everything's working fine, a little expensive. But other than that, I wanted to just take a different note here on what I feel Comcast is doing egregiously, and not many people really know this. In their agreement, their cable agreement, it says in section 6.7, under censorship, neither the licensee nor the town or its designees shall engage in any program, censorship, or any other control of the content of the PEG access programming on the cable system, except as otherwise required or permitted by law. Now, this is a question I don't want to answer now, but for the lawyer for the cable station AF-TV, because it says that Comcast now is allowing censorship, and they don't even know it, or maybe they do, or they're allowing it. And it happened with my cable shows back in 2014. They took our cable shows off the air. They had no reason to do this. And I just want to know why Comcast isn't seeing this. In their agreement, this is their agreement. They said that the AF-TV licensee cannot censor. AF-TV censored our show. They had no right to do this. They took it off the air. They had no right to do this. They claimed all these rules or this or that were broken. No, it wasn't. So here's the point. What happens? Who is watching what's going on with AF-TV? I made an appeal to them, and they denied my appeal. I talked to Comcast. I called up a gentleman there. I thought his name was Frank, back in 2014. I talked to him. He said that Framingham, that's their problem. You have to deal with AF-TV. I hope you see what's going on here. Comcast did not want to deal with the censorship issue. AF-TV does not want to deal with the censorship issue. Who is dealing with the censorship issue? Who do I talk to? Okay? This is the problem, all right? And we wrote a letter, or a letter, you might say, well, how does the town of Framingham, how are they involved in this? Well, we wrote a letter to the town, and their response was, and I'll just sum it up, it says, even if the town disagreed with FPAC's decision to suspend your broadcasting privileges, which from our own limited review of the information appears reasonable and appropriate, the town cannot intervene. The town cannot intervene. Comcast gives the town, at the time, money that they give to AF-TV. How can they not intervene? If there's a problem, if something's happening within that AF-TV station, that's an issue, and it should be dealt with. Is that the time?
Oh. Yeah, you're getting close there.
Oh, no.
30 seconds.
I'm just saying, well, I'm just saying this has to be dealt with, and it really irks me when I went to Ms. Dodd about this, and I asked her, I went to one of her meetings, and I complained. I already complained many times here. You know what she said to me? Get a lawyer. That's what she said. Get a lawyer. I have to come to this town and get a lawyer to get justice? Really?
Thank you, Mr. Rizoli. Joe Rizoli.
Continuing.
I am putting the timer on.
Yes, that's fine. I'd just like to continue with the censorship issue and bring up this point. Do you know that my brother cannot run for a public office? He cannot put a video on Access Framingham TV. He can't have his face shown on Access TV. He can't have his voice shown on Access TV. He tried to do a skate thing out here in front for Judith Grove once, devoted his time, energy, a camera, edited it, put hours and hours into it. Access TV heard his voice. He wasn't in the video. They heard his voice, and they said she couldn't put that video on Access TV because Jim Rizzoli's voice was in it. Now, I guess it's the same holds for me, even though I have no idea why I am kicked off the cable for life. They had issues with my brother, but those issues didn't apply to me. So we're twins. So they kicked us both off. I've asked Mr. Mercer, I've written him 3 times. I said, could you please tell me why I'm off cable? Not even an answer. He wouldn't even reply to me. I have no idea why I'm off cable. I was serving my time for something that we supposedly did that they, in their rules, violated. Their rules. All they had to do is take our cable show as their rules said and move it to after 12 o'clock. They didn't do it. They came after content of this show, which is against FCC rules, a violation of our civil rights, a violation of everything. And that's why this issue of censorship comes up. Who draws the line to find out who censors? Who makes that? If there was a cable station making bombs in the back room, what would happen? Would somebody say, oh, that's great, keep it up, it's good? Well, somebody must have some moral, ethical standards to say something. But that's not what's happening here. We have tons of proof what Access and AF-TV done to us. You'd cringe if we show you this. You would cringe. And Miss Mayor, I would love to show you this.
I don't know if we have time.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, I would love to set up an appointment with you just to show you what happened here. You have to see
30
this.
seconds.
Okay. So anyways, that's my issue here. Censorship. When a person he can't even run for office. He tried to put a videotape up. Everybody's running for office and they had the videotapes up. He tried to give them a videotape. They wouldn't play it. They wouldn't play it. That's absurd. That's how far they've gone. This isn't just kicking people off of cable. This is hate. This is how much they hate us. They won't even show your face. It's an abomination.
Thank you, Mr. Rizoli. Okay. Stephanie Dealey.
Good evening, Madam Mayor.
Good
Thank
evening.
you for the opportunity to speak. I would like to start off with something I wasn't planning on speaking on. I was involved in the reason that the Rizolis were banned from Access TV. They were threatening. I would be more than happy to show you the emails.
That is not fair. That is not fair.
Excuse me.
Because we resolved that problem.
Mr. Rizoli.
I don't care. You don't make a cheap shot at someone.
Mr. Rizoli.
It's not a cheap shot.
Mr. Rizoli.
We solved that problem.
You want me to throw them out?
Mr. Rizoli. Mr. Rizoli.
Well, I'm just
Please.
saying, that's a cheap shot.
Mr.
It's the truth.
Please.
That was solved with you.
Please.
Disgusting. Disgusting to do that.
Mr.
That's
Rizoli.
a cheap shot.
Mr. Rizoli.
You can say what you want, Mr.
You
Rizoli.
get up here and do that. Did he apologize to you?
Excuse me.
He apologized. You hear what she just said?
He apologized, but he threatened.
He apologized.
Mr. Rizoli. Mr. Rizoli.
Just
please.
as I feel threatened now, their emails
She
were threatened.
just told me he
Mr. Rizoli.
apologized.
That
Mr.
does not
Rizoli.
forgive the
I
threats.
ask you once again to control yourself.
Cheap shot.
It is
Cheap
her
shot.
time.
Cheap shot.